Imagine a rock, no bigger than a pebble, speeding through space at tens of thousands of miles per hour. Suddenly, it collides with Earth's atmosphere, igniting in a spectacular burst of light. This is the last thing that pebble will ever do, but for us, it's a breathtaking show. A shooting star, they call it. But here's the kicker. That little speck of light streaking across the night sky is just the start of a journey that began billions of years ago in the dark, cold reaches of space. Intrigued yet? Keep watching, because things are about to get even more explosive. So what exactly are meteors? Well, picture this. The universe is like a giant cosmic construction site. There's debris everywhere. Dust, rocks, and chunks of metal, just floating around, waiting to collide with something. Enter Earth, minding its own business, when bam! A piece of that debris slams into our atmosphere. As it plummets through the air, the friction generates heat and voila, a meteor is born. But what happens next? Does it burn up completely, or does it survive the fiery plunge and make it to the ground? Let's find out. First off, let's clear up some confusion. The term meteor refers to the streak of light you see when a space rock enters our atmosphere. But if that rock survives its atmospheric barbecue and crashes to the ground, it earns a new title, meteorite. And trust me, these meteorites are like the ultimate cosmic souvenirs, pieces of the solar system's history, delivered right to our doorstep. Some of them are older than Earth itself, packed with clues about how our little corner of the universe came to be. So the next time you spot a meteor, just remember, you might be witnessing a piece of history in the making. Speaking of making history, let's talk about some of the most famous meteor events. Ever heard of the Tunguska event? In 1908, a massive explosion flattened over 800 square miles of Siberian forest. Scientists believe it was caused by a meteor, well, technically a meteoroid, that exploded in the atmosphere with the force of about 15 megatons of TNT. That's roughly 1,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. And here's the mind-blowing part. The Tunguska meteor didn't even reach the ground. It exploded in midair, creating a shockwave so powerful it knocked people off their feet miles away. But Tunguska wasn't the only dramatic meteor event in history. Fast forward to 2013, when another fireball lit up the skies over Chelyabinsk, Russia. This time, the meteor did more than just light up the sky. It shattered windows, injured over 1,500 people, and left a trail of destruction in its wake. And once again, the meteor never even hit the ground. It disintegrated in the atmosphere, but not before creating a shockwave that was felt for miles. The Chelyabinsk event was a stark reminder that even relatively small space rocks can pack a serious punch. Now, let's shift gears to something a bit more, well, predictable. Meteor showers. These annual events are like the universe's version of a fireworks display, with hundreds of meteors streaking across the sky in quick succession. They happen when Earth passes through the debris trail left behind by a comet, and as that debris enters our atmosphere, it burns up, creating a dazzling show of light. The Perseids, the Leonids, the Geminids, these are just a few of the most famous meteor showers that light up our skies every year. And the best part? You don't need any special equipment to enjoy them. Just find a dark spot, lie back, and watch as the universe puts on a show just for you. But what if you're not content with just watching meteors from afar? What if you want to get up close and personal with a piece of space rock? Well, you're in luck. Meteorites have been found all over the world, from the deserts of Africa to the icy plains of Antarctica. And some of these meteorites are worth their weight in gold. Literally. Certain types of meteorites contain rare metals like platinum and iridium, which makes them incredibly valuable. But even if you don't strike it rich, holding a meteorite in your hand is like holding a piece of the cosmos, a tangible connection to the universe beyond our planet. Now, Let's take a quick detour into the realm of the truly bizarre, Earth-Grazing Meteors. These are the daredevils of the meteor world, skimming along the edge of our atmosphere before bouncing back into space. Most meteors plunge straight down, but Earth-grazers take a more leisurely route, entering the atmosphere at a shallow angle and traveling long distances before making their exit. They're rare, but when they do appear, they create a unique spectacle that's as mesmerizing as it is unusual. And while we're on the subject of rare events, let's not forget about meteor storms. These are like meteor showers on steroids, with thousands of meteors raining down from the sky in a matter of hours. Imagine looking up and seeing a continuous stream of meteors, one after the other, lighting up the night. It's the kind of spectacle that makes you realize just how dynamic, and sometimes unpredictable, our universe really is. But what about the really big ones? The ones that don't just put on a light show but actually leave a mark. Literally. The Barringer Crater in Arizona is a perfect example. About 50,000 years ago, a meteorite roughly the size of a house crashed into what is now the Arizona desert, leaving a crater nearly a mile wide and 600 feet deep. It's one of the best preserved impact craters on Earth, and standing at its edge, you can't help but feel a sense of awe at the sheer power of the impact that created it. So what's the takeaway from all this? Meteors are more than just pretty lights in the sky. They're a reminder that we're part of a vast, ever-changing universe, one where even a tiny piece of space rock can create a spectacle that leaves us in awe. Whether they're lighting up the night sky, crashing to the ground, or just quietly burning up in the atmosphere, meteors are a cosmic phenomenon that never fails to capture our imagination. And who knows? The next time you see a shooting star, it might just be the start of another incredible story. A story that began millions of years ago, in a distant corner of the cosmos, and ended with a brilliant flash of light right here on Earth. So keep your eyes on the skies, because you never know when the universe might decide to put on a show.